Tutnerd here. It's September 12th, 2018. This is video 1 of my affiliate website school video series. In this video, I'm going to go over where you get your hosting at and how to get launched with your domain name and your hosting account. There are many places on the internet where you can go get hosting. You can go to HostGator, you can go to Liquid Web, you can go to GoDaddy. You can go all over the place. But in my personal experience, I found that GoDaddy is one of the easiest things for people to use. I did work there for 2 years. And I have tried hosting accounts at all the major brands across the board. And they all the big ones kind of match up pretty much the same to me, as far as I'm concerned. But for ease of use, if you're brand new to getting a hosting account, putting a website online, I can't stress enough for you to go with GoDaddy. Because, for instance, if you're to go with HostGator, they're going to give you what's called a cPanel. And if you've never run a cPanel before, which is basically what's on a virtual private server or a dedicated server, you're going to be lost. If you get a hosting account at GoDaddy for your WordPress hosting, it's literally going to be a button you're going to click to install it, and they do all the rest for you. So you don't have to do anything else. And if you're just getting started doing this stuff and you're watching my videos to learn how to do it, I would highly recommend GoDaddy based on all my personal experiences with the hosting industry. So as you can see right here, at the time of this video anyway, it says limited time offer .com and .co, now just $2.99 for the first year. You do have to pay for your domain name by the year. Now generally it's like 10 bucks a year. It fluctuates a little bit, like by $1 or so. But I don't think I've ever seen the .coms over 12 bucks for the year. And I don't think I've seen them less than 8 bucks for the year. It is a great time right now to get your .com for $2.99. The thing is, when you buy your hosting for a year, you usually get the .com for like $1.99 for the first year. Okay, so the two things that you have to think about when you launch this website is you need a .com, which effectively will take an IP address and turn it into something that humans can remember, right? Like, for instance, morningdeuce.com. I have that domain name. I'm sorry if you watched the introduction video. It was Morning Deuces, and I was so excited to get started on the videos, I didn't realize that I actually had the singular version of the domain name, so it is morningdeuce.com. That's what I'll be teaching you on. But GoDaddy.com is where you could go. You could type in your domain name first, or you could go to hosting. I would actually recommend going to hosting first, because if you're going to get it for a year, then you're going to get a discount on the domain name. So you go to hosting, and then you can see there's web hosting, business hosting, WordPress hosting, WP premium support, so on and so forth. The only thing that you are going to want is WordPress hosting, because this is the easy breezy stuff that I've been talking about, where you can literally hit one button and install. Now you will have to type your username, right? Because you have to have a username and you have to have a password to log into your administrative account for your website. But other than that, you're going to put in, it's going to use the email address you put on the GoDaddy account and whatever the administrator name and the password is that you type in. Everything else they'll do. They'll install the database, the SQL, they'll put all the files in the root directory, they'll do all that high-tech stuff so you don't have to worry about it. Now, for the purposes of going through my affiliate website school videos and learning all this stuff, you really only need the basic one. Okay, it's going to allow you one website. It's going to give you 10 gigabyte of storage, which is plenty. I mean, unless you're doing a photography site and you've got raw photos off of an Icon DSLR, and you're using gigabytes and gigabytes of space. But for most people, this first package is going to be just fine. Now, usually the price they show in the blue up here, that's if you get it like for a year or two up front. Okay, that's not the normal pricing. But if you multiply $4 times 12 months, that's like 48 bucks. So you can get hosting for the entire year for like $48. And then on top of it, they usually, if you buy it for a year, at least 1 year up front, they'll usually throw in your domain name for $2, like the sale they had going on up there. Now, if you are one of those people that has high expectations of yourself and you think you're just going to completely go off the rails with this and you're going to, you want to do 2 websites at one time, well, then I would suggest getting the Ultimate, because as you can see here, you get 2, they'll let you host 2 websites. And of course, you'll have to get 2 domain names, and they'll only discount one. I don't believe they're going to discount the other one. But as you can see, you get more storage. You get 30 gigabytes instead of 10. You can get 400,000 monthly visitors instead of 25,000. And you don't really need to worry about the SFTP's Secured File Transfer Protocol. You won't be using that. I'm not going to do any videos on FTP because there's really no need for it for this specific course of videos I'm doing. The Search Engine Visibility Wizard, that could be helpful. But I'm also going to be teaching you how to get organic traffic with your website. Malware scan and repair is very helpful, actually. In the event that you ever got malware. Of course, I've been hosting websites for 12 years, and I think I've gotten them once. And I have a couple customers that's gotten it, so it's not that common. And the free SSL certificate, this is if you want to sell things on your website. You would need a SSL, which is a Secured Socketed Layer certificate. And what that does is, you can see up here how GoDaddy has HTTPS instead of just HTTP. That S stands for secure. Okay, now what that means is they're taking credit cards on their site. So you're not going to be taking credit cards on your site, so you really don't need this. But if you're going to try and do 2 websites, if you're going to try and do what I'm teaching you with more than 1 website, then you do either need this or this, the developer package, which will actually let you do 5 websites. So most people will be fine with the basic because they're just going to do 1 website and they're going to try it on 1 domain name and that's it. So you would come here, you'd add this to the cart or whichever one you choose. And you see here, you can, okay, see, 36 months is $3.99. 1 month is $8.99. But if you do a year, it's $5.99 a month. So it ends up being like $71.88. So you can get your website hosted for the entire year for $71.88. Now, if you scroll down a little, something GoDaddy's been doing since I worked there, which was a long time ago, is once you've got the thing you want to buy, they start to offer you all this extra stuff. You don't need to worry about this stuff. For your affiliate website, you're literally going to be just putting content on a website, putting the right keywords in it to get found, and maybe a few other things, but you're not going to be taking credit cards over the website. You're going to have affiliate banners and affiliate links on there. That's how you're going to make money. You don't need to take credit cards yourself. They will get directed to other websites. So you don't need any of this stuff. You'll just continue. And then it's going to offer you a domain name. You're going to want to buy that because you have to have a domain name that people can type in, like morningdeuce.com. And then you're going to go to checkout. You're going to have to choose the option. See, it says, good news. You get a free domain name with this. Oh, it's free. Let's put Morning Glory Dew because I've typed that in before. And look, it's free. So I'm going to hit select and continue. All right, so as you can see, they've got us in here, basic managed WordPress website, 12 months at renews at $8.99 a month, but they're giving it to us at a discount, $71.88. The Office 365 starter email, they'll give it to you free for 12 months because you bought this for a year, but then you're going to have to pay for it. And GoDaddy's email is pretty pricey. I think it's like $10 a month per 1 email address. So you might want to consider that. I mean, you could use it for a year, and then if you're doing good, making money, just renew it and pay money. It's up to you. Or you can hit the little trash can and delete it. Then you go and you got the .com registration. As you can see, the morningglorydew.com 0.00. They're giving it to you free. Now, they're going to offer you domain privacy for $8 a year per domain. I highly recommend getting domain privacy. The reason being, if you don't get this, it's like a listed phone number in the phone book back in the old days. It would show your name, your address, and everything. That is what is going to happen if you don't get domain privacy, and you'll get spam basically. You'll get spam emails. You might even get some phone calls, people trying to sell you stuff. So you might want to consider getting domain privacy. I personally get it on every domain name I buy. because I tried that once. I got a lot of spam and I didn't like it. So now I get privacy on everything. And it's gonna bring up the price $8 more, but to me, it's completely worth it. Search engine visibility, they're offering it for $1.99 a month. Normally it's $7 a month. I wouldn't recommend this. In my course of videos, I'm going to teach you how to do this stuff. You're not going to need this. Okay, there's also plugins you can install for free that will help you with your SEO. Okay, here where it says create an account or have an account, I of course would hit sign in because I have an account. You're going to hit create an account if you don't have a GoDaddy account. And that'll ask you for your name, your address, your phone number, all that stuff. And it'll send you a confirmation email. And you probably have to click a link, and that's pretty much it. But you'll check out. See, as you can see, I can get a website up and hosted for $72.06 for the whole year. That's all you're going to spend for an entire year to get your domain name online. In my case, it'd be morningglorydoo.com. For the training purposes of these videos, it's going to be morningdeuce.com. I know I come up with goofy names. I think of them all the time. We used to have contests when I worked there. Who could buy the funniest names? But it's only going to cost you literally $72 for the whole year. And you don't have to worry about hosting monthly or the domain name monthly because the domain's yearly. And you don't need to get all these. It's going to offer you the .net version of your domain, the .co, the .info. You don't need all that. You know, all you're worried about is one website for now. And that's it. That's where I would recommend you go. There's also HostGator. But again, like I said, if you are brand new to websites and hosting and stuff, I would not recommend HostGator because they're going to give you a control panel, and you got to know how to use a control panel. So I would caution you against that. I would highly recommend GoDaddy. Also, in the course of learning with me, I can actually add you on my GoDaddy Pro account because I am a GoDaddy Pro designer, and I can actually help you out with things if you need it. But you shouldn't, because I'm going to try and include all the information you could possibly need in all my videos. So that concludes the video number 1 of where to get hosting and how to get your website going. I look forward to seeing you and working with you and getting your websites up to par and where they should be. Looking forward to it. Talk to you soon.